Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Have a seat. Get comfortable. We have important matters to discuss today. Please wait patiently while we wait for more people to arrive. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Have a seat, have a seat. Come on in, come on in. Have a seat, please. Please. You look like Lizzo. I don't know who that is. Mr. Zero? I'll call you Zero. I can't read Korean. But welcome. Have a seat, please. Seat yourself. Welcome on in, everyone. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Peyton says hi. Hello, Peyton. Alg79 says, where are you from? I'm from America. But my parents are from Mexico, and I am currently in Mexico. Jumper Kamala? Neither, man. Ahmad Al-Gaud says hi. Hello, Ahmad. Peyton says Peyton. Ahmad says, how are you? I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm very glad you guys have come to join me today. We have very important matters to discuss. Please have a seat. Seat yourselves, get yourselves comfortable. Get yourselves a glass of water, perhaps a glass of juice, some alcohol, maybe something like that. Peyton says hi. Hello, Peyton. Ahmad says American. Poop, poop, poop. American poop, poop, poop. Hi, says Peyton again. Hello, Peyton. How are you doing? How are you, Ahmad? You did not read my message. I did not see your message. Kritish. Did you use a bad word? It might have gotten censored. What are we discussing? That's a great question. It's a very great question. Unfortunately, it is currently cannot be disclosed. But it's coming. It's coming. YouTube OnlyFans Banjata H Ratmi Ashaz Ali Khan. Assalamu alaikum. Hi. Hello, Peyton. No, man, I just asked, tell me about yourself. Oh, I see. I don't know why I didn't show up then. My name is Ivan. Some people call me Stone or Mr. Stone. I'm born in the US, Los Angeles, California. My parents are from Mexico. I am currently here in Mexico. I'm currently here talking to you guys. Very important matters to discuss. Aug says, in which languages do you speak? English, Spanish, Español, and 中文。我会说中文。你会说中文吗？我觉得中国很有意思的地方，是吧？ I speak Chinese as well. And a bit I've dabbled in learning Arabic and Russian and Esperanto. What's up? What's up, Wadi J? I'm here talking to a bunch of people. Many people I've never met before. Welcome, everyone. Walaikum salam. Oh my gosh. I didn't know there was like a shorthand for wa alaikum salam. That's cool. Walaikum salam. You have good genetics of hair, you will never go bald. Thank you, man. I think you're right. I do be kind of blessed. Truly. I'm very glad. And I hope you're right. I hope you're right. What the heck? Yeah, me neither, Lamau. You look more Chinese than Mexican or American. I've heard that before. Some people have said that. Any Chinese speakers in the chat? 有中人吗？中国人？有中国人吗？ Wow, that's cool. Thank you. Aug. 79. But hey, we welcome the new viewers. Enjoy your stay. Indeed, welcome everyone. I have a confession to make, everyone. You know, I said we had important matters to discuss earlier, but I was lying. I was kidding. I don't know about what important matters to discuss. Actually, I kind of do, but I'll get into it a little later. What are your thoughts on India? India. I'd love to go to India someday. I'm a fan of Indian, like Eastern philosophy. You know, Buddhist thought. I don't know if you know who Dr. K is on YouTube, healthygamer.gg, but he's like a mental health resource, I suppose, on YouTube, and he's Indian, and he's studied in India at like a Buddhist like school or temple or whatever, and so he spread a lot of great wisdom from the east to the west. He has a great meshing of both. So I also really like Indian food. I do hope to go to India someday, and perhaps Pakistan. I mean, many places. But yeah. What are your thoughts on India, Kritish? Thoughts on Ansho? He is also an Indian. Osho. I'm not sure who that is. Osho. I assume you're from India, Kritesh Pandey. What are your thoughts on India, Kritesh? But let me tell you, man, yesterday was just incredible. Uh-oh. Yes, I'm Indian. Nice. What do you think about India? How is life in India? You know, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of like travelers. I watch a lot of travel vloggers, and I've traveled a lot, and I feel like a lot of people either really love India or really hate India. I think it can be overwhelming, probably, the population. Is what I imagine a lot of it comes from. It's similar in China. Like, it's just unimaginable how many people exist, you know? So dense, super dense. Something I had to get used to when I lived in China. But India is even more populous, so I'm sure it's similar. Like, I'm not sure how to say it, but all I can say is just that. I think I know what you're insinuating, Jay. To some extent. But I'm glad you had a fun time, man. I do like Indian food, though. I used to think I didn't like Indian food. I had Indian food once when I was like a teenager, and I didn't like it. I might have gotten sick, maybe. But yeah, I thought I didn't like Indian food for most of my life. And then I finally started having some in college. I mean, a lot of like the typical, like, butter, tiki masala, shit like that. But I had some other stuff too. But I do really like Indian food now. Indian spices is just very different from the taste you find in the US or in Mexico. I've been to Malaysia, and there's a lot of Indians in Malaysia, so I really enjoyed having Indian food there. India is good, it is diverse. 29 states in India, and each state is different. Actually, after independence in 1947, all princely states were united to make India. It's kind of like 29 countries combined. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of languages in India, right? I imagine each one probably has like their own language. What is it then? Tell me. Probably something sexual or romantic. Indian food is better made in India than outside. Right. That makes sense. I'd imagine so. I think that's the case with any food, no? You gotta get it directly from the source. That's when it's most tasty, you know? Most authentic. And fresh, you know? And cheap. Like, if you try to have Thai food in the US, you're spending a good 10, 20 bucks. But if you have Thai food in Thailand, it's like $1, $2. Street food. So, yeah. I mean, I think any place, the street food in the home country is gonna be a lot better, a lot cheaper, a lot tastier, fresh. I don't know, just overall superior. Haha, you clever man, you got it. And Rita Habits being involved. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. My hair is really tangled. How old are you? That's a good question. How old do you think I look? Any guesses? I'll just spoil it. I am 25. You look 28. 25. Maybe I look 20. Maybe I look 25 when I have my hair up. Do I still look 28? I don't know. But yeah, 25. Although some people, I don't know. I don't really know. Some people say I look a lot younger than 25. Some people say I look older. Don't know what to believe anymore. Casper says, Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Yalla, yalla. Habibi, yalla. Casper, teach me some Arabic, man. What's another good phrase to know in Arabic? Maybe I can get on the good side of some of these American haters. I had someone hating on me because I was American. I don't know where he was from, but I think somewhere from the Middle East. You will look 19 without hair. Like if I was bald, that would be interesting. 19? Someone, I think the funniest response someone's given me is that I look like, I look 18 and I look like I just graduated high school and I had a rough year. It's probably the funniest thing anyone's ever said to me in regards to my age. Before that, I was given money by 2 random people. Random people gave you money? Jesus. Jeez Louise, man. Tortilla man is here. Is this common in India or in Iran or other places? In Mexico, there's a lot of vendors that go around on motorcycles and they deliver to homes and they just like beat their motorcycle to get everyone's attention. Bismillah means praise God, so if you're about to eat or something, you can say that. Bismillah. Yalla, yalla. Assalamu alaikum, salam, salam. Wa alaikum assalam. Habibi. Oh shit. Someone just rang the doorbell. That's interesting. I mean, military haircut or clean shave, not bald. Oh, I see. I used to have short hair when I was younger, but I still had hair. I've never been bald. But I have a friend who is unfortunately going bald, and he's only 25 as well. But he's Armenian, and that happens a lot in the Armenian bloodline. A lot of bald Armenians. Wallahi means on Allah. Yeah, people love beeping the damn horn. Honking is very normal in India, but not delivery guys honk during deliveries. Right. Yeah, I'm in like a small town, so so there's not. I've seen videos of India. I'm sure it's similar to China, where like there's just a flood. It's like ant colonies, man. Just a flood of people weaving in and out of traffic. You know, someone described. I remember reading something or seeing something where someone was describing it as like it's like a rhythm. It's like a music. You know, people like a lot of people find the honking really annoying, but like once you're there for a while, you get used to it, and you kind of flows in with I don't know. You kind of get to understand what it all means. Aug says looks good with the hair. Thank you, man. You should not be friendly with bald guy. He will always feel terrible for him looking at you. Nah, I don't think so. Nah, he's one of my best friends. In fact, I wanna call him later today. Catch up. I just got internet here, or like Wi-Fi installed at my house, so I haven't been. I've been streaming in a lot more of like a block that I need to stream in during daylight, and I go out and this and that. But now I can kind of stream whenever I want, anytime, if I'm home, at night too. So I'll probably hop in and out a lot more around here, but yeah, that's a tangent. But anyways, yeah, no, my friend, he's bald, I'm not bald, but we get along well. You see, it's the same in relationships. It's not about compatibility. It's the ability to reconcile incompatibility that matters. Oh wait, I just realized Jason commented on your last stream. Really? I didn't see any comments last I checked. He might have been wondering if I wasn't coming on today. No, it's not a rhythm, that shit just annoys me, wallahi. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, it is annoying. That's one of the things I don't like about being in China. A lot of noise, a lot of taxis honking, motorcycles honking. A lot of people are really stressed, you know? Bless them, you know? I hope they find peace, but it is annoying to be around all that noise. It can be pretty overwhelming. You can donate some good genetics hair of yours for his hair transplant. Hair transplant. Is that real? Is it easy? Is it expensive? I mean, like a wig is like simple enough, right? But is a hair transplant like literally like they put hair in your scalp? Or is it just like a wig? Is that what people mean by hair transplant? Feels weird seeing different people, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, it's always mutating, you know? There's constantly different people, different dynamics, different, I don't know, just different vibes, different groups of people in here at the same time. But I mean, I stream quite a bit, so I kind of know everyone, but a lot of people don't know each other. Casper says I prefer to walk. Me too, man. Walking is great. Walking is good. And I need to do more of it. I have high blood pressure. Recently, well, I've always had slightly high blood pressure, but recently I started having pulsative tinnitus. Like my ear is like pulsing. Just as of a few days ago, and it hasn't gone away. And my cousin's a nurse. I went to get my blood checked with him, my pressure checked, and he said it's probably from my blood pressure, and that I'm almost teetering on having hypertension. So I'm gonna try to do more walking, maybe some more walking / hiking streams, but yeah, and eating less sodium too. But if it does come on, then I hope he doesn't find out. How's the culture in America? Are people getting married and having kids? I'm seeing culture in Asia where youngsters are avoiding to get married and have kids. I think as in general, I think all across the world, I think it's becoming more of a thing. Less people getting married, less people having kids. more people having less kids. Um, like my family here in Mexico, my dad and my mom are both one of 8 children. And my dad's dad, my grandpa, was one of 12 children, or one of 13 children. So huge, huge families. But now, yeah, I mean, marriage, divorce rate's at like 50% or something. It's crazy, man. It's depressing, really. It's really sad. But yeah, a lot of crisis when it comes to kids and population pyramids all over the world, In China too, now they have a problem where their population is going to shrink really, really hard in the coming decade or so, because a lot of people don't have kids. They don't have the money to have kids. They don't have the time to have kids. I have friends in China. It might be similar in India, but the work culture in China is crazy, man. They have a thing called 996, working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Like, when do you have time to have kids and find a girlfriend and get in a relationship if you're working 9 hours a day, 12 hours a day. My nephew is 17 and he has 2 kids. People get married and have children young in Iran. Same in Mexico sometimes. Some people still have kids really young, particularly in like poorer areas or like the pueblos, the towns. Kriti says, okay bro, it's nice talking to you. It's 2 a.m. in India. I will go to sleep now. Take good care of you. Bye. Thank you, Kritesh. Take care. Thanks for dropping on in. Aug79 says, how many countries have you visited? I mean, like, step foot in for a day or longer. Canada, USA, Mexico, South Korea, China, Thailand, Malaysia. 7 countries. But I only spent a day in Canada. I spent a week in Malaysia, a month in Thailand, a year in China, and I've probably spent like 2 months total in Mexico in my whole life. But I'm living here now, so I'll be here a little while. But a good amount. How about you guys? Any avid travelers out there? Quite seen. Says, TBH, you don't need to be married to have children, but kids seem like a luxury nowadays. That's true. I guess there's like legal marriage, and then there's like like, I don't know. In the US, a lot of people are Christian, or in Mexico, a lot of people are Catholic, so it's like there's marriage, and then there's like legal marriage, and then there's like the religious marriage. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm no expert on kids. I don't have kids. But I do hope to someday, But I imagine, there are a lot of kids being born without married parents. Gasper said it's looked down on to have kids without being married in Iran. Right, I'm sure. Jason says, happy birthday to me. That's true, happy birthday, Jason. No. Are you celebrating right now? Are you tuning in onto my live stream at your birthday party right now, bro? Come on, man. Turn off the phone screen. Put it down. Enjoy your big day. No, I'm kidding. How did you learn so many languages? I don't know if I've learned many. I only know English, Spanish, Chinese fluently. I grew up speaking English and Spanish because my parents are both Mexican. But Arabic, I know like some words in other languages for different reasons. But fluently, it's really just Chinese, English, Spanish. And Chinese is like, it's not like fluent. It's like 4-year-old fluent. I can speak like a kid. I can say my basic needs. What do I do for a living? I do this. This is what I do. I don't make money off it yet, but I will. We'll see. But yeah, I'm all in, baby. I'm all in. YouTube / live streaming is my profession. But how about you? Quite soon. Oh look, it's Jason's up, bro. Haha. No, but we get pretty ready. That's what Jason will say. Say what? Yeah. How about you guys? What do you guys do for a living? Casper, I don't know if you told me what you do for a living now. I only know your previous involvements. But what do you do nowadays? And where's everyone from? I know Casper's Iran. Aoug is new. I'm not sure where you guys are from. Quite seen as well. Kritish was from India. Holy she. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder as well as I can. But it sounds scary. I'm actually starting college in autumn, Japanese and Korean to be precise, so I was thinking, do you have advice since you study Chinese? Oh, Casper said I'm saving on savings. That's true. You told me about that. I have plenty to live off of and more. Damn, Casper. That's pretty cool, man. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about your life? Because I feel like a lot of people, when they retire, they feel a little lack of purpose, you know? They don't know what to do with their time anymore. As for you, quite seen. You're Japanese and Korean. That's really cool. I have a friend that's Japanese and Korean. 감사합니다. 안녕하세요. That's the two Korean words I know. Japanese. 요로시ku 오리가시마스. Origato. Nani? That's all I know. But I didn't study Chinese in school. I just learned on my own. There's a lot of great content on YouTube for learning. I used one called Mandarin Corner. Mandarin Corner. It's a really good channel. I think the thing about learning a language is most of it is like getting used to hearing it, you know? You have to get a lot of input. And yeah, I mean, when I got to China, that's when it really took off because I'm constantly hearing it all around me. So I think just, you know, immersion is what they call it. Watching shows in Chinese or listening to podcasts in Chinese. There's an app called Pleco. Pleco, P-L-O, oh no, P-L-E-C-O, Pleco. That one's really good. It's like a Chinese English dictionary. So I would recommend that if you have access to it. It's on iPhone, Apple Store. Aoug says something in Russian. Ruski? Привет, Aoug. Привет, Aoug. At Ani teacher, engineer. Oh my gosh. I took Russian on Duolingo for like a week. So I remember learning some words, but I don't remember what's what. Ani, et Ani, it Ani, et Ani. I just know Privyat. I'm glad I'm able to retire very young, but I wish I made it other ways. But I'm able to help a family and things like that, so I'm happy. How old are you, Casper? That sounds cool. What did you do post? What did you do post Taliban? What was your life like post Taliban? And I guess like how do you spend your time apart from like just chilling and stuff? Do you still like volunteer or like do anything like that? Aoug says, I don't know what those are actually. I don't know how to read Russian script. What Aksiyat Arboxing? Nah, I have no clue. Maybe I ought to learn Russian script. Oh man, it's dark outside, boys. Ladies and gentlemen. It's looking scary and spooky. A storm is upon us. Yo, Ivan, you still there? Yeah, I'm here. What's up? You don't hate us anymore, do you? No, I'm just ignoring the comments for now, just to not derail off of the other conversations. It seems like you guys are just kind of bickering a bit. But yeah, I mean, that's something I'm trying to figure out, like how, I think sometimes I try to read every single comment and it kind of kills the flow, or some things like I don't really feel like talking about as much. And so I'm trying to figure out how to go about reading. I guess what most people do is just read the comments that they're responding to. But I see them. I see what you guys are saying. No, of course you don't. Yeah. I'm 28, but I like helping with this daycare and orphanage where a friend of mine used to grow up, but I joined the Taliban when I was about 12, so I hung out with my friends and helped around his orphanage. When you were 12, holy moly, dude. That is really young. And you're still really young. What the heck, dude? I thought you were at least into your 30s. Possibly early 40s. 28 though? It's interesting. I found your secret. Wait, Casper, not real? Yeah, it sounds not real, but I believe him. We had a discussion about it. Just me and him a few streams ago. No Kaparunskis. Don't believe that. I feel old all the time. Well, you're very young, man. What was that one person's name? Kritash thought I was 28. So I look how you are. I look as old as you are. So we're not too far off, man. But we're both very young, all things considered. Relatively, you know? Is there like how do you see your life changing, like into the future? Like, are there things you want to do? Or do you feel pretty happy with where you're at? How old are you again? 25? Yeah, 25. Indeed. What I do know is Jay had a fun time with his girl. So it is. You know, even for myself, I realize I'm only 25. Like recently I've realized like, I feel like with streams, like sometimes I feel like I don't enjoy it, or like I'll feel burnt out, or I don't know what it is, or what it was. Well, I kind of do know now. The past few days I was also feeling poorly, like physically, like I was feeling a little sick. But you know, I realized like a lot of times like I still feel a little anxious or afraid to like be myself, you know? I think I've done a really good job today. I did a really goofy introduction of this stream. And it seemed to work. But yeah, I don't know. I think part of what makes it not enjoyable sometimes is that sometimes I don't stay true to myself. Like I feel anxious, or maybe sometimes I just stream too much just because I feel like I should, rather than I actually want to. And I think I could benefit more from taking pauses or taking time to be to myself and reflect on things and the journey so far, because I feel like I've come a long way and it's been really cool, and this is really cool, you know? I'm really enjoying this stream so far. And you know, like last night I was watching these videos of IShowSpeed and Kai Cenat. It was like a montage, like a video about like, it was called like You'll Never See Speed the Same Again. And he would think it's like a slander piece, something really negative, But it was actually like really wholesome, really positive. It was showing all his like most vulnerable, honest, like human moments, and kind of showing his story, and it motivated me, and it made me realize like, or kind of reaffirm that I want to be a positive role model, you know? I want to be, I want to have impact, but I want to do it in a way that's real, you know? I want to be authentic, I want to be honest, I want to be vulnerable, and goofy, you know? I want to be silly, I want to have fun with it. And I think a lot of times I still let the fear control me. Fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of criticism. But, yeah. Alright, let me catch up here. I want to travel somewhere and open a mosque somewhere in Asia to spread Islam. Interesting. Thailand has a lot of mosques. But I don't feel like Ivan is comfortable with that stuff, so I don't want to go deep. Yeah, I mean, I prefer not to talk about sexual stuff. Or religion or politics. At least not too much, you know? I think the sexual stuff, I think in general, yeah, maybe no sexual stuff. I think in the past I entertained it, but there was a time where, I mean, a lot of people are really young, you know? Like Nene is 8. There's like 11-year-olds, 14-year-olds, so yeah, no sexual stuff, no political or religious debate. Maybe I ought to find a way to put in rules, you know, at some point. There might be an option, but I don't know. Take care, Jason. Have fun at your party, man. Happy birthday, man. Jason was being weird while I... In what sense? The other thing is, yesterday I was talking with Anakin and Marzio, 2 regulars. Oh, it's starting to rain. Eee. And they were like bickering, but they were doing it ironically, you know? But I feel like sometimes people actually bicker and like argue in my chat. And it's always just uncomfortable. So if anyone ever argues or bickers in my chat, ignore it. You brought up you and your partner. That is a little weird. Sometimes. But yeah, man. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, they're friends IRL. Which is uncommon, right? I don't know if there's anyone else that knows each other in real life that watches me. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Istasina, man. The other thing is like sometimes I feel, I think particularly when I was streaming out and about, because I was streaming in 2-hour blocks. Now that I have internet, I can start and end the stream whenever I want, you know, and do anything. But sometimes I feel reluctant to like switch from between things. Like if I start the stream and it's like just chatting, sometimes I'll feel reluctant to like grab my guitar and like play guitar as well. But ultimately, like what I'm trying to get back at is like, you know, the whole point, there's no point in doing this if I don't enjoy it, if I don't find it fulfilling, if I don't have fun with it. And so sometimes, well, every time, you know, I want to be able to just do whatever I want to and not worry so much. How old is Jason? Today he turned 20. As Jay said, his birthday's today. I saw your RTS stream for a bit yesterday. Was that RTS? RTS. What does RTS mean? Real-time strategy. RTS, that's true. Yeah, Age of Empires too. That was my first time trying it out. That's another thing, you know, like with video games, I have a weird relationship with video games because during COVID and stuff, during the pandemic, I was at an all-time low. I was a really bad place in my life, and I played a lot of video games. I was like my escape, and you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, everyone was kind of struggling, and I acknowledge that now. But I think for a long time afterwards, I kind of would tell myself like, video games are bad. Like I shouldn't play video games, and I wouldn't like let myself just enjoy doing something like that. You know. And so I'm really glad we got internet because now I can kind of branch out, try different things, and you know, I enjoy playing video games like anyone else, you know. And I think there's nothing wrong with decompressing, having some cheeky games. I think a good distinction to make, something I heard from Dr. K, healthygamer.gg on YouTube, is there's a difference between enjoyment and distraction, or escape. Like play to enjoy, not to escape. And I think in the past I would play to escape, kind of just escape my life and all the problems and everything that was going bad, and all my anxieties and negative feelings and stuff. And that kind of prevented me a lot from doing a lot of the things I truly wanted to do, like travel, and you know, eventually that's why I moved to China. It was kind of a big reset for me. But yeah. You know, I want to relearn to have fun, just have fun doing things. What's in your hand? It's a dental floss. Yeah. I have some chipped teeth, so I always have dental floss on hand. Most of the time. I'm just playing around with it though. Also, wait, isn't Nene 11? She said she was 8. You said she was 8. Nene is 11. Felix is 8, is what I meant to say. Felix is 8. Nene is 11. Who's Nene? Let the master explain /when he gets to. No, it's just a viewer. Okay, question mark. Just tell him, Jay. Just tell him. It's just a girl. It's just a young viewer. But she's a regular. She's come around for a long time. It's been about 2 months now, I would say, since I first started doing streams like this, like just chatting. And the very first one I ever did, I got no one besides one person. I got one person. His name was Leo Staples. Leo Staples. And he was the first person to ever talk to me on one of these streams. And he was gone for a very long time. I never saw him again, but a few days ago he came back. So he's still alive. But yeah, that was my first stream ever, and then my second stream ever, I think that's when I met Nene and Khan, who we haven't seen in a while, S-Khan Vlogs. Ezio as well. He hasn't really been around either. But yeah. And then there was this one girl from Pakistan who fell in love with me or something. It was really weird. It was really strange. Parasocial relationships, man. It's one of the weird aspects of streaming. You know, when people are like love bombing you, and I don't know. Some people get really intense. But yeah. Lots of regulars. I've become a regular recently. Indeed, Gasper. I've noticed. I've seen you. Appreciate it, man. I think, you know, a lot of people are in at different times. Or like a lot of people don't interact with each other or see each other, so they think like they're new. I mean, you're semi-new, you know? But there's a lot of people that are pretty regular. But sometimes, you know, people kind of disappear for some days or for a week, and there's some people that have been gone a little longer. I don't know if they'll come back, hopefully. People can be weird. Indeed. So am I. All thanks to Jason. Yeah. I think one of the things I want to practice is like slowing down, you know? being more intentional. I think sometimes if I like run out of things to say, I'll feel like just sort of I'll feel like I need to keep the ball rolling and talk. But you know, I'm learning to take those moments to pause. A conversation is a two-way street, you know? I can say things to you guys, but you guys can say things to me too. So, yeah. Is Jason new to English? No, I don't think so. I doubt it. He's American. Oh, well, that I can explain. He types like that a lot. He's American, born and raised, I believe, from Nevada, USA. So, yeah. Oh, the storm's coming, baby. It's coming for real. I don't know. I mean, some people, English isn't their first language, you know? In this case, it's a bit ironic because it is probably for Jason. But, you know, we have people, one of the things I really like about YouTube, I don't know if it's like a Twitch, if Twitch is similar, but there's people from like all over the world, you know? We have people, Egg just joined in, he said Skibbity Toilet, he's from Scotland. We have people, recently started getting more people from Americans. For a long time I didn't even have Americans. I had like Pakistan, India, Sweden, a lot from Sweden, Nani's in Spain, someone from Vietnam early on, Nyan. And there was that one guy that came in from, I don't know where he's from, but he said he was Japanese and Korean. But he didn't stick around long enough to find out. Most Americans aren't the brightest. Probably so. But that could be a general human thing too. It's because he had a disability, which I knew from when I first met him. Oh shit, no shit. Really? Wow, I didn't know that. That makes sense though, you know, I feel like he is interesting. He does something, yeah, he does talk a little differently. But, you know, he seems like a good kid, man. Jason Hickman. Wish him the best. I got skibbity bit in the groin, now I have a skibbity rash. Marcio has arrived. He says hello from Hirsil. Casper says, what the hell is a skibbity? It's a term that the youngins use these days. It might be a lot to explain. Or just says, yeah, he is. I'm happy to be his friend. Yeah, he's a good kid, man. 20 years old. 20 years young, man. Hope he has a sweet birthday and a long and fulfilling and happy life. But yeah, it's actually kind of cold, which is strange. It's never really cold, but it's dark, gloomy, rainy, and cold. Life sucks. No cap. It certainly can. It certainly does for many people. I think it's what you make of it, you know? Casper says, I do feel like my early years were wasted away. Really? In what sense? Or what do you mean by early years, you know? I feel like some people, or yeah, like what age range is early years? Early years. I feel like a lot of people, I tend to hear it with like the 20s, like the early 20s, late teens. But it's usually when people are talking about it when they're like 30 or 40 or something. My life is a sentimental roller coaster. That's true. That's true. That's relatable, man. Why do you say so? Mine too. Just a few days ago, I thought you said life was amazing, man. Are you feeling that life sucks today? Casper says from like 12 to 24. Oh, baby. So it begins. The rain is upon us. 12 to 24. It's a long range, man. And I'm going down. In what sense? What's going on? You know, I think there's no such thing as wasted time. I think you can learn from any experience, you know? And like even in my own life, a lot of the most negative, like most painful, most like highest suffering experiences, I mean, they're the worst, you know? They're the worst to experience, but they're the most impactful. The most like influential, you know? And I feel like, you know, if it wasn't for those really negative experiences, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Even like through COVID, you know, a lot of those years that I felt like I wasted, it was that waste of time that allowed me to realize how important time is, and to take advantage, you know, and reassess my life. Ag said a lot of Gen Alpha talk, Gen Z talk. I don't know the difference anymore. I'm just kidding, Aggie baby. I mean, you guys can say whatever you want. I mean, no, not exactly. It's fine to be silly and goofy, but if I'm talking something serious, I'm gonna ignore it, you know? But I expect you guys to respect each other and chill out. Or you might get hit with a timeout. A little slap on the wrist. A slap on the butt cheek. But Marcia, what were you referring to? Let me move the table. I'm kind of getting wet right here. Holy shit, the gains are coming in. You guys see that? The gains are in, boys. The working out has come to fruition. Ugh. Stones, you chill out. I'm chilling. I'm trying to chill. It's hard to chill when people are not being chill. But I'll try to ignore it. No, yeah, I was wanting to do a workout stream today, but the weather has different plans for me, you know? But no, I have noticed that like my body's been more lean, you know? Some of the veins are coming back on my arm, on my body. So that's very positive, you know. I want to take my health a lot more seriously lately with my high blood pressure issues that recently have arisen. Health issues suck, man. They're kind of scary, you know. But you know, ever since coming to Mexico, I've been eating a lot healthier and exercising more, walking around more, doing more working out and stuff. I lifted 200 kg the other day, almost broke my back. Gotta be careful, Eggman. You're really young, you know? I do really encourage you to be careful, because when I was younger, you know, I was really into lifting, but a lot of times I didn't take really good care of my body, you know? I wouldn't like stretch, and I would just go for like the number, you know, just want to constantly push heavier weight, but you know, if your form is bad, it can really fuck you up later in life. So, no cap, do be careful, man. Oh my god. Jesus. I'm being serious. I actually did put the belt in there. How is other people? Nice shit. Is that the philosopher guy? That's what I'm talking about. I promised Stone I would hit it. I don't remember that. I would rather you promise me that you hit. I'd rather you do 20 pounds. Wait, or is it kg? Let me see. I'd rather you do 20 kg 100 times than 200 kg 10 times and hurt yourself. People always screw me over. Nah, Martio. Don't do yourself like that, man. I don't know if you're joking or not, but it's a trap. It's a trap. You know? It's okay to feel that people always screw you over, but it's a big difference feeling that people screw you over versus believing that people always screw you over. You know, I've had a long period of my life where I was very pessimistic, and it doesn't end well, man. You know, acknowledge how you feel, but the belief is your choice, man. If you feel really negative, if you feel like people, oh my gosh, if you feel like people are always after you, you know, gotta look at the positives, look at the things that are going well. Jesus Christ. Am I safe? Am I safe out here? That was probably like... That lightning strike was probably like the closest I've ever heard. That was like a 0.5 second delay. 1 second delay. Where's the safest place to be during a storm? Probably not the terrace. Probably not the rooftop. You're 15 now, Ike? Happy birthday, man. I am proud of you, man, but I just want you to be careful. Be really careful, man. Go inside the house? Alright. You're right, you're right. I'm leaving. I'm going. I'll give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly something. No good keister off my property. Before I pump your head full of lead. Anyone know that reference? Alright, I'm indoors. I'm still on the rooftop though. But this should be right. This should be okay, right? I'm not touching anything. No contact with metallic surfaces. Just me in a room, standing up. What did I miss? Get to the basement? Actually? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you're right. There is no basement though. There's a lower floor. But I mean, I should be alright. You know, lightning hits the most. They take the paths of least resistance. They tend to hit the highest objects. There's definitely higher stuff all around me. So I think I'll be alright. I've been on bulk for 6 years, creatine for 2. Training since 11. Yeah, we only get sandstorms. That sounds really cool. I've never seen a sandstorm. Only the rude sandstorm. Rain is God pissing on us. Perhaps so, perhaps so. Most I'm not disrespecting Allah, but I know this term. Wallahi, I hit 200 kg double. Yeah, but for some reason, my genetics are elite. Are you thinking about going pro, Casper? Aouk said, turn around. Don't scare me like that, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh, bro. You scared me. Sensors suck, they rip paint off cars and houses. Really? Holy shit. I see where you're coming from. But I hit it. Lift for living in Iran? Wait. There are a lot of bodybuilders in Iran, no? I feel like I've heard about that. I know Iceland, or no. Is it Greenland? I know there's a Nordic country that produces a lot of like the hugest, like strongest men. Iran is like a PvP server. Really? I like that too. Thank you, man. Marcio, you're funny, man. I lift forks and knives. Me too. Except I lift forks and spoons. No knives for me. I lift my guns. I think you have it the opposite way. I mean, I don't want to talk politics, but just to quickly amend. I think you're thinking of Palestine's allies. Some groups that are allied with Palestine are semi-involved. But yeah, it's Israel against Palestine. But no politics. If you talk politics, I'm gonna ignore it. Aug says something in Russian again that I don't know what it says. Privyat, maybe? Casper, is this something you might hear in Iran? That last song is a song that I wrote, and this one as well. Let me know if this is something you think you might hear in Iran. Something like that, yeah? Something like that. Do you play any instruments, Casper? Man, it's so hot in this room, though. That's the main thing. You're good at guitar. Thank you, man. I have a long history of guitar playing since I was in 8th grade, which is like 2011, so like 13 years ago. Muslims are typically not allowed to play instruments? Really? I've never heard that. Why is that? sounds in nature, and we're not supposed to mimic the living. Huh, I don't agree with it, but interesting. I've never heard that. But are there, I mean, there's like Muslim, there are instruments made in like Islamic countries, right? Like is there exceptions? Like who can play instruments? Because there's a lot of instruments that are from like a Middle Eastern origin of Islamic nations, no? Certain instruments where you can get approved. Oh wait, Anakin's here. Said instruments don't have to mimic anything, instruments are instruments. Have you heard of Mansa Musa? The name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure who it is. Stepping Stone doesn't, like I said, I don't agree. Stepping Stone doesn't know who Mansa Musa is. I was telling him Mansa Musa farted on his dog. That's true. It's true, you did tell me. This is true, this is true. Casper's not a matter of opinion, sorry. I mean, I don't think I agree with the rule. I think we should be able to play freely. Casper, you can do whatever you want to, brother. Put your heart in the songs. Mansa Musa was the richest man in history and was also Muslim. Really? Was he the man with all the gold? The city of gold or something? Like Timbuktu type shit? Timbuktu? No, I can't say anything, he's gonna get me killed. Yeah, he's the gold guy. I see. Okay, then I definitely learned about him in middle school. But that's a long time ago. Wait, Anakin, why did you bring up Mansa Musa in your rap? How did that even come up? He's the fourth underdog guy as well. Based on true stories. So in America. He's American. Don't listen to him. It's Casper. He's from New Jersey. Is the weather good in America? Depends on. There's vast differences in weather. In California, in the summer it sucks. But apart from that, I'm not. I don't know, you know? Everyone has different tastes, different temperaments when it comes to the temperature, the weather. Oh man, I'm gonna go get water. I'll be back. You guys do your thing. By the time I'm back, I better see some reconciliation made here. chatters. Hello, chatters. Have you guys calmed down yet? It's okay, man. Anakin's just a goofy guy. He doesn't mean any harm. He's been around a very long time. Although if you were moderator, Anakin, I would expect better than this, man. Have you guys ever played those games on Discord? The mini games? They're actually really good. I think it's time. Iran. Let's see which of you guys know Iran better then. Which civilization made up the... Which major civilization made up modern day Iran? Because it's that time of the day, baby. I'm itching for some Age of Empires action. And maybe we can settle it on in the game. The Britons, the British, actually, I guess that's the closest thing we have to Americans in this game. I can play as the Britons or the Celtics, and I can fight against the Persians. The Persians. Shoot. Persians, ladies and gentlemen. The Persians. Ooh, Roy. Ooh, Roy, ooh, Roy. Alright. I'm gonna wrap up here. I'm gonna switch on to my PC. And I'm gonna wind down and play some games. I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching. Take a deep breath. Peace.